Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a darling little bag with just a little hint of what's inside. Great for a craft fair. They stand up beautifully, so you could have a big display of them on a craft fair. Maybe just a little treat to say hello or thank you to somebody. It's got the Botanical Builder framelets, dies on here on the front, and this is the Serene scenery paper. I've kind of really only just discovered it. No, that's not true. I have had it a while, but I've only really started properly playing with it. But inside, more of my Burt's Bees gorgeous loveliness. Now, this is the Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream. I couldn't say it last time. This is bigger than the one I put in another project from a few weeks ago. And another of the hand salve. I do have, I only have the one of these, but I have a couple of these in different sizes. And this one, as you can see, fits perfectly inside. So it slips down. And this one on top. So this is the one that you would buy as a standalone product. You can see it's all sealed there. So you would buy this in Boots or drugstore, I think they're called overseas. This is one that would come maybe from a little kit of stuff, so you could get a kit, pull out the bits you wanted and then give the rest away. Just such a cheapskate, aren't I? But really cute, very easy to make. Need a piece of the paper that is 6x6, and this is photographic one side with a beautiful pattern to match. I've gone with the same just because I really, really like this one. And it went with the leaves and flowers. But 6x6, 15 by 15 centimetres. Doesn't really matter which way round you do it. I'm going to go this way, see if that changes the pattern a little bit. But score on the first side at 3/4 of an inch, 2 3/4, 3.5, and 5.5 inches, which in metric is 2, 7, 9, and 14. Turn it round again. Which side? Do you know what? Yeah, I'll keep it that way. Score it again at 3/4 of an inch, which is 2 centimetres, and then flip it over and score it at 5, which is 12.5 centimetres, and that's how we get this bit at the top. I love these kind of bags. This is a bag. Oh, there goes my scoring tool. This is a bag. I call it a left to right bag because you fold it left to right. No, I don't know if there's a technical term for it. That's what I call it. But this style of bag, but you could seal it at the top. You'd make your measurement shorter. But it's great because it's very simple and easy to make. Just change up your measurements to fit whatever goodies you've got going inside. I've obviously designed mine so that it very specifically fits the Burt's Bees cuticle, lemon butter cuticle balm. Perfect. Right, so this is the one that needs to go the other way round. Easy peasy. So it's going to fold left to right. We don't want all of this bulk here, so just on the same side we're going to nick out the little bit of bottom, take out that bit at the top as well. So basically the thinner rectangles on either side. Just get rid of both of them, so that you're left with that. So this is how it's going to fold down and round. That bit will tuck away at the back. So that's the top, this is the bottom, and if you can see I've got score lines. If I flip it that way around, I've got score lines there, there, and there. So I'm going to trim up those, and I will come back and hover because it's not the easiest to see with such a pattern as this. So that's the bottom of the box, and I have separated there. So those are my 4 parts. So what you need to do is run some adhesive down here, fold it over and give it a good press down so that it stays well stuck. You might need to reinforce your score lines. I don't think I need to, but I'm doing it anyway. And then run some adhesive down here to close up the side of your box. So this is now the back, folding your 2 sides and the back. A bit more adhesive there. And that's the box. Oh no! I thought I was doing it the different way around. I've made it in exactly the same way. I thought I was going to get my pattern going differently. Oh well. Little pinch at the top, just so that it's not quite as obvious what's in there. I don't have extras of these. I'm going to break into this one soon. But there you go. So they fit perfectly. Now, it's Old Olive that's the green here, and obviously Whisper White. I've got my dies. I use this so much that they're no longer sticking on the sticky bit, so I just tip them out and choose which ones I fancy. I've got garden green. I'm going to see how that looks. I might not like it after I've die cut it, but we'll have a go. So I want those two. I don't want really big leaves hanging down or anything like that. I do want that one, but I want a different one in the middle. I went with a smaller one, which is this little one here, but I don't want that one this time around. I'm going to go with this one, I think. So I've lost the shapes. There we go. Those are the 4 that I want. Pop those back in there. And let me grab my big shot. So I've got my magnetic platform. It's not essential you have that one, but that is just the one I've got. Little white flower and a tiny little one. I'm going to go with my garden green. Like I say, I may not like it when I've done it, but you know, until I try it, we won't know. Let's bring in the big shot. And run it all through. I love die cutting. I cannot fussy cut to save my life. I really can't do it. So die cutting, girl's best friend really, as far as I'm concerned. Right. Oh no, those didn't go through. Oh, they didn't cut through. Right, let's have another go. Maybe I need my precision plate. That might be better. So I've got my magnetic platform, precision plate. Let's have another go. Clear plate, big shot again. I might bring it backwards. Whisper White is pressed smooth, so it feels thinner than our coloured cardstocks. It's actually not, it's the same weight, but it's pressed smooth for perfect stamping. Oh, that's better. So yeah, sometimes it needs a couple of goes through. Okay. Grab my die brush to pop these bits out. Leave the die in the die brush. This helps release it. Okay. So what I do with these, this centre part, you bring them forwards just quite gently to elevate them a little bit. The leaves, I actually kind of fold, just bend them a little bit in half, just to give them a little bit of dimension. And the same on that one. And then this one, I'm just going to make it 3D a bit, just on the back of my paper piercer, on my piercing mat. And I actually like the garden green. I think that's going to work. So that's in the middle. And I've got pearl for this one. I went with rhinestones before, but I think I'm going to go with the pearl, and I'm going to go with the middle size. Oh no, the bigger one, I think. Oh, definitely the bigger one. And that's the front. So yeah, I think the garden green's going to go okay, isn't it? I can hear you all saying, no, yes, no, yes. We all like something a little bit different, and that's okay. That's why crafting is so much fun, because we can exercise our own creative choices. Just on the front there. No stamping, just paper and dies. I quite like I like it. It works. So, oh. Runaway hand salve. What do you think? I hope you like it. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you soon.